Hello and welcome to Optimal Games Today. Today we are going to be looking at Spearhead issue 2. If you're wondering why I'm going through these, it's not because I expect people to be particularly interested in them, or because I'm going to be doing a lot of them. It's just because it's what I'm doing right now. Like those like what? Yeah. So cardboard backing is just to make it kind of stand out a little bit more. You can see all the future releases. But and then we can see that next week there's going to be a bunch of raiders with hammers. It's kind of cool. Right, actual magazine, what we care about. Well, no, we don't care about the magazine either, do we? We're really here for the mention. Yeah, so other things I'm doing at the moment, I'm working out some monster beast killers. I am painting up some vampires. I'm doing a bunch of different things. But I figure this one was going to be a little bit more interesting. Plastic gun. So the important part. This is 3 Rat Ogres. For me, this is about €10, and the actual price of the Rat Ogre box should have been about 40. So very, very happy to get my hands on it. What I will be doing in this video, rather than what I did in the last one, is I will actually assemble them, and I will record an extra section. Okay, so what do we have? I have to admit, these magazines are quite interesting. So they're all ring bound. The idea that you can put them together into a section. They do have write-ups that are very interesting, though. I still have the last one somewhere around. It had kind of an overview of the Age of Sigmar realms. So we got the Vermundum, which was where the Skaven managed to break out into spaces. So yeah, the same episode was the patch, the Great Harsh in Akshi. But as far as I'm aware, all of the realms got hit. Okay. Ooh, that's cool. I've never seen any pictures of Black City I'm aware of. So it's a bit of a model up of it. Ugh. Okay, so these are all kind of advertisements. Not going to look at those for the time being. This is what the Spearhead looks like. So this is what the magazine is intended to play with. So we should have gotten these two already. Get these 3. Then there will be 2 magazines with 10 each. And then we should get one for the commander. And then that is basically a playable Spearhead for Age of Sigmar Spearhead. Which is kind of cool, if you're into that kind of thing. Assembly instructions. I just painted her recently. And some basic details about fighting. Okay, so it's to kind of get you an idea of what the game itself is going to be like. So maybe, like, hopefully you get all the rules for it. Oh, look, yeah, they got little wood tokens. That's clever. So you can cut those out and use those little triangles as wood tokens. The idea is nice. I certainly like the idea of collecting 2 spearheads and then getting some basic rules to play them. Think, in reality, if you just bought 2 spearheads, you'd probably be better off. It'd be a little bit faster. But if you're like me and you're just interested in models, this is definitely a great way to go if you're cherry picking the magazines from your local store. Right, so I'm going to go through this, I'm going to build this, and I'll come back with some comments. Okay, quick update. These guys are assembled. I've put a little bit of brown stuff and roller over them to get them based. Stick some magnets back to hold together. This kit was actually much better than I expected it was. The first thing to note is that they've done a really good job with the gaps. So obviously with natural like creatures, gaps can be a problem, but in this case, because it's kind of stitched up, because the ogres are kind of disassembled and modified and they're very Frankenstein-y, it actually works. So I didn't have any real problems about any of the gaps. I did get those push fits. I normally snip off like a little bit at the top just to make sure I've got lots of room. Some people snip them off entirely. On at least one occasion I did that just to make sure it fit. This is very modular. So I only have 3 because I mean I'm only playing Warcry with them. Unlikely to play a fully fledged Age of Sigmar game, but if I were to get another one of these kits, this arm section here fits across all the models. I think this one does two. I think I'm not entirely sure about that side actually. Um, it possibly the end bit does, and that depends what you're doing. The heads are all interchangeable, and the legs part comes up to the waist, and then has this little kind of contraption here, and it's the exact same on all three of them. So you can change the heads, you can change at least some of the arms, if not more of them, and you can change the body, the legs and the body. You can switch between them. So there's a lot of customization. There's a lot of options you have in this, despite it being a kind of fixed design. They've done a really, really good job with it. I'm very, very impressed. There are two heads for each, according to the instructions, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm sure they can fit across any of them. So really good kit. Very, very impressed. I mean, it was €10 for me to get this box, or to get this magazine with these models. I mean, I'd hate to say it, um, because they're a really good deal. Like going out and getting 9 Rat Ogres probably will be really good for Age of Sigmar Army. Would be a really good price, but I kind of feel kind of stinky. But no doubt, I think we'll see plenty of these up on eBay soon enough at cheap enough prices, which is sad by itself. But yes, great kit. Love the kit. All right, let's get these undercoated. Let's get these ticking away. Quick update. So I've only put contrast paints down at this stage. So the base was Facade Cannon. That's the Flesh Tear's red. Skin was Ghoulman Flesh. Over that, it's Gore Grunt of Fur for the red. It's black. There's some armor bits. Black is Black Templar. Candros green for the Warpstone. What else to note? And then a few silvers. So I've been using the heavy metal from Army Painter, which I'm enjoying a lot. And I've been using Balthazar gold to get that kind of coppery thing. So we're doing pretty well. Oh, and Volupus pink for the tail and for the mouth. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to drench the entire thing in a Agrax shade. And then we will do a little bit of highlighting up. So we'll probably try brush that base. Oh, one thing on the base. These are big bases, and just to add a little bit more interest, I had kind of some patches. So I'm going to dry brush it all, and then I'm going to do this another brown, just to kind of be some dirt or some sludge in the sewers. Okay, and we are done. So what have we actually... Okay, so obviously there's a lot of detail in. I lightened up the skin and tidied it up with some few layers of beige red, aka beige red. The red got a highlight. I don't know, what was one of the red ones? What else did I do? Oh, the black. So the black got a mixture of Incubate Darkness and Thunderhawk Blue as its first highlight, and then I just kept adding Fenrisian Grey for the next few. So this is something that I also do on my Chaos Warriors. So it's a really nice bluey black. Yeah, and we had some other details. So there's like some lesions that are done with some diluted Screamer pink around it, and then bring up that flesh tone on the spot. What else is there? We tied up silver with some edges. And yeah, that's it. So probably more work we could do, but we focused on the details of everything that was kind of important. So like I didn't tidy up the tail. I could have done more work on that. Um, did we do much work on this? Not too much. I think we just edged some of the silver. We were super into it. And yeah, the red only got one highlight up. We're not too fussy on it. And we didn't put any highlights at all on the actual fur. The fur obviously can be done lots of different ways. So this was the gourd grunter one, gets you nice brown. But I've also seen ones that are doing grey or black fur for these rats. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we should let that out. And that's it done. So we've got our 3 rats ready for some games of Warcry, or anything else I might decide to throw them at. I also have a ton of clan rats already. I've got a bunch of underworlds, and obviously we got that Grace here, so we should be able to do something fun with it. We will have to play around and work out. Right. Thank you very much. I might put some pictures up at the end just so you can kind of see these in a little bit more detail. But yeah, that's it for today. Have a great week.
Thanks for making it all the way to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Each week I put up a new video talking about one of Games Workshop's specialist games. The goal is always to try and make the best possible 2-player experience. If this is something you'd find interesting, please subscribe to the channel and comment to let me know what you'd like to see in future.